Finally, that duel is over, and it's been as well satisfying ordeal. Well, I've been one of those who have complained about the duel being for very long because I want to move on to other characters. At the same time, I have listened to what other reviewers have said and realized that in the end, I like this winner because I hate Central. I hate them more. Kurokiba's character may not sometimes be so much likable, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. The day he will meet a defeat is at the hands of some person who is his exact opposite. Like Megumi. Yeah, I know I'm a Megumi stalker, but I'm still saying that. I sincerely believe Megumi one day will defeat him. If not her, someone else. Will Takumi defeat him? If Kurokiba is to lose and let's just say have some character development, it's going to be against someone who's his opposite. But speaking of it, this confirmed he had a minor character development. At least, what's that word? At least some clear thinking. In the Shokugeki no Soma chapter, we are treated to a very heartwarming cover page actually. It's the Naikiri family of Alice, Erina, and Saisamon enjoying the sakura trees in the in the forest. Then we're treated to something a little bit cute. As I said before, I like when I like Erina's tsundere moments sometimes because, well, even though I never really liked how arrogant Erina is and that she's yet had to have something. Ever since she find out Soma's real reason, well, let's just say her mind has become quite dazing. And it's pretty cute how she sits in that room, just spins around her legs. We don't know if she's depressed or if she's just, okay, so what am I to do now and what's gonna do? As she is thinking about how Soma is saying that despite he being the son of her idol, still said that he's just acting from his own will. Naikiri gets interrupted by Satoichi through his ceiling. And note, this is actually the first time Erina have seen Satoichi in the ceiling. Note, she has seen him naked, but not like this. So yeah, I guess that wakes her a little bit. And it's also pretty funny. This confirms on how Satoichi can come down from the ceiling. He has apparently a rope. Ropes down and begins to talk of what everybody is. As Satoichi says that maybe Erina should go and watch Alice's match or Kurokiba's match. In the last week's chapter, we got a note that Kurokiba seems to be the winner. And as I spoiled in the first chapter of this chapter, that is confirmed to be true. However, what is his secret? Apparently his... I don't say bun. I want to say bun, but I know it's not bun. It's apparently very reminiscent of a crepe. And that green stuff into it is actually spinach. Could never guess it. I guessed cabbage. I was so far off. The spinach slightly Asturian brightness helps deepen the flavor of the salmon. Its appearance when cut can brighten the dish and it adds nutrition value, and above all, it has the power to condense all of flavors of the salmon wrapped inside of it. And that's exactly what Megumi felt when she ate it. And of course Soma started that also. But Rentaro is still skeptical because he doubts it's just the spinach who heightened the flavor. And of course Kurokiba reveals it's not just that. His secret is seasoning spice. Yeah, he still has a hard time accepting his defeat against Hayama. So he's copying Hayama by doing season a dish. I can admit there was one thing I did not like about this fight, and the fact that this seems to hint that Hayama's thoughts are the real correct thoughts. I mean, I know he cooks for the ones he loves, but I'm talking more about his seasoning. If anything, I want Hayama to suffer a defeat. because he needs to later realize there are more things that he needs to have friends. But then again, in this one, this is a mixture of salt, sugar, and other seasonings that like oregano, garlic, and dehydrated bacon. Yeah, apparently, similar to how Rentaro wrapped bacon into his salmon dish, Kurokiba somehow actually managed to mix it up into powder and added that into the spice. Why do everybody get so obsessed with bacon? Because I'm actually like, I mean, I eat sausages. I just hate bacon. And that's because of a childhood memory. Uh, so of course, Ikki, or Ryu, whatever her name is, the psycho girl. I call her psycho girl because the way she's always arrogant. Questions how come Rentaro's dish was uneven, was fell behind. And apparently the judges ruled this as unevenness, which according to the judge, for the human tongue rather than evenly blending tastes, its unevenly blended flavors are textures that are more fraudulently felt. So apparently Rentaro, wait, do I even understand what that means? Does that mean that Rentaro's dish te haven't had only flavor on the outside, not on the inside? Well, he compares it to not mixing sesame oil and sauce floating on top of the soup in a ramen, or more like not adding milk to your coffee, because coffee has more taste to that thing. So that's exactly what Kurokiba did, and he created this explosion of flavor, which is proven that he has indeed changed. It seems that Rentaro's dish was the one with the most style and the most art and the most deliciousness, but Kurokiba's dish had many dishes in one and was a combination of many things more. So this was a dish Rentaro was about to have the win. It's just that one judge noticed the difference, and by scanning the dish, then they realized that Kurokiba's dish is the most thought of. In fact, he even thought of to compare it to Rentaro's dish. So, so Rentaro finally has his villainous breakdown and asks that how could this be, since Ryu Kurokiba always smash flavors together, and this is more delicate. So yeah, this shows that he has changed a little bit in his food cooking. And during his stagiaire, we find out that he somehow mentored a delinquent kid in a restaurant and became like a big brother figure to them. But that wasn't the only restaurant he went to. He ironically ended up in a curry restaurant called Sing Curry. And well, that was actually pretty funny. It's so funny how the fact that he's bitter about that. He's even more bitter to the fact that the chef openly said he wished the spice professional could have been here. How the hell did he even survive that staging here? But it's also a bit heartwarming to the fact that during his staging Alice actually calls because she was also in the staging. We do not know where, but I guess from her cooking outfit, it almost looks Chinese. So maybe she cooked Chinese. I don't know. But she gave him some words of encouragement. As I said before, Alice and Kurokiba's relationship is something I cannot understand if it's filled with animosity and sarcasm, or if the fact is filled with genuine friendship that is at the same time mocking each other so very much, or even if there are some ship teas there. But in this one, that Alice says to Kurokiba that wonders, are you nice to the customers, and that you haven't shown out the owner? And she is the one to remind him that they need to learn from this stagiaire and vent out their frustrations from this, which eventually he did. He eventually learned what he could from the curry restaurant and managed to learn maybe not as much as about spices as Hayamaya, but he did. In a way, you can also say that even Soma, he learned a lot about spices, not in the stationeer, but when he challenged Hayama in that Kurokiba dance. He did not win, but note, he got that far just by experimentation. And Kurokiba is, well, maybe he's an experimentator, but he is someone who, survives on the cooking field. And this proves that, so maybe Kurokiba is catching up to them. So in the end, he did change a little bit in his evolution. And Rentaro's fire dish turned out to be cold. I mean, at least that's how Kurokiba says it. He takes off his bandana as Kurokiba is declared to be the winner. For the first time ever, Central is defeated. It's also worth noting that as soon as they have won, Kurokiba actually says that I'm not so sure I can win next time. Huh. That's pretty rare for him to say that. This may have been a battle of egos, but in the end, the big ego called Kurokiba actually did learn somewhat from this. He's never changes at the same time he does changes, so I like this one. I liked it indeed. But But of course, the chapter has to end in despair, with the sarcastic clap and appearance made by Azami. It's so uh, and Alice greeting him with a cold, long time no see, Uncle Azami. And it's also worth noting that even Momo stands up. I think she stands up. So what kind of despair awaits us now? Are Azami gonna pull some kind of manipulated tendencies and shut down the club after all? Is he gonna openly insult Rentaro and throw him out of his central army? Is he gonna offer Kurokiba and Alice a spot in his army, and Alice and Kurokiba's gonna say no? I mean, judging from the final page and from what we have learned what Asami did to Alice, I mean, taking away Alice's notes when Erina had her training, I don't think Alice likes Asami. But her face changed a bit, and the fact that even the critic says, "What is Alice feeling?" Yeah, what is she feeling? Is she feeling fear or is she feeling anger? So whatever awaits us now, I have a very big feeling it's not good. I have a feeling we're gonna have a despair chapter next week. Something will happen. Something will do it. Or maybe next week's chapter will probably be just leaving us all behind. Wait, leaving it all behind? Is that how you say it? Well, say, how do you say this in the real world? Are we gonna have some insult words and then Azami is gonna leave while promising that their hell has just begun? Because in the end, I think everything has been going to Asami's plan. So this is basically this chapter. In the way, I liked it. I wanted Kurokiba to win, and he won. And in a way, Kurokiba did show some development. So it wasn't just a wasteful Shokugeki chapter. Now that that's over, I want to move on. I want to move on and let more of Central be defeated. Which I hope they will be. But with Asami appearing here, I have a feeling we're not gonna see that anytime soon. Moreover, can't we get back to the other Elite 10? What's their words? Give me your thoughts if you have any.